Yeah. So, yeah, I feel that mental wellness also depends on how you perceive things. Same things can be perceived differently by different people, right? Like in
Mm,
this case, one person would have thought, "Oh, I'm having. It's so exciting that I'm going to go out to explore what I really want in life in a like a husband or companion or whatever, right?"
right,
And
right,
look at it positively and enjoy the process. Whereas in someone else, like they will say, "Oh, I've gone on so many dates and can't really seem to find someone," because that's a negative,
right,
right?
right.
So always,
Yeah,
I
everything. I mean, it can, your mindset actually affects so much. And you can have a victim mentality, right? I have to do the dishes,
yeah,
you know. But if you think about it, there's doing the dishes isn't objectively a bad thing. It's kind of
yeah,
you can be in warm water, you can get soapy, it can be fun.
yeah,
You can listen to a podcast, have a conversation with your partner, right?
hmm,
There's actually the dishes aren't a bad thing. So
hmm,
much of it is our attitude towards the task.
that's so true. Yeah, I totally agree. Like I think Shakespeare had said, "Nothing is good or bad, me lord. Only thinking makes it so." Right?
That's nice. That's
Because
nice.
things are as they are. It's our perception of the things which make it either bad or good or whatever we want
Yeah.
to make of it.
What's interesting is I would even say, not to be too philosophical here, but there's no such thing as a bad idea.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is there's a researcher named Edward de Bono. He wrote a book called The Six Thinking Hats and Lateral Thinking. And his belief is that the value of an idea is actually what it does to your thinking,
Uh-huh.
how it affects the next idea.
Yes.
And if you say, okay, like pineapple jumpsuit, I'm just made that up, right? Is that a bad idea? Well, if we're thinking in terms of the commercial prospects of it, maybe it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
But if pineapple jumpsuit makes you think of something
Hmm.
that you wouldn't have thought of before,
Yeah.
it's a good idea in the sense that it served the purpose of provoking your thinking in an unexpected direction,
That's
right?
so. Yeah.
So what's a bad idea? Well, it depends on how you define bad. But if your goal is searching for unexpected provocations to affect your thinking in unexpected ways,
Mhm.
then sometimes the quote unquote bad ideas are actually really, we do an activity at the D School. It's an improv activity borrowed from improvisational theater that's really fun, where you
Mhm.
get people to say, okay, you're gonna share a gift with a person in just a second. So get a gift, something in your desk. You can do this on your next Zoom call if you want. It's really
Uh-huh.
fun.
Yeah.
But you say, find something that could be a gift, anything on your person, and
Mhm.
then you're going to give it to your partner. And what you're going to do is your partner has to say, oh, good, and then say why it's the perfect thing for you to give them, right? So I might say, hey, Anita, here's my used iPhone. What would you say?
Oh, good. That's the perfect thing because I just lost my phone yesterday.
Okay, yeah. Okay, good. So you can kind of see how, oh, I can make
Yeah.
a gift a good gift, even if I
Yeah.
wasn't thinking I wanted a phone,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
then the second part of the activity is find something that's neutral or bad, not good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And give it a gift to your partner. And then they have to say, oh, good, and say why it's the perfect thing they want.
Okay.
So I'll do it again. Anita, I've got this used plastic water cup.
Oh, thank you. Oh, good. I was just looking for it because ever since I injured my wrist, my physical therapist told me to get a plastic cup and freeze water in that and then massage it with that.
Wow. Okay. So, which was the more creative response, right?
Yeah.
Was it your response, I lost my phone, or was it I need to ice my wrist? I think that was actually the more interesting response, right?
Yes.
And so, which is to say, but which was the worst idea that you were given? Was it the iPhone? That's a pretty good idea.
Yes.
Or was it like the piece of trash? The piece of
Yeah.
trash is the worst idea, and
Yeah.
yet it produced a better response for you, right?
Yes.
Which is to say, there's no such thing as a bad idea. What's a bad idea? It's all just like the Shakespeare line you quoted a moment
Yeah.
ago. The
Mm-hmm.
beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And if my desire is to allow myself to be sparked, we've been calling it being sparkable at the D School lately.
Uh-huh.
If my desire is to be sparkable,
Love it.
then anything, good or bad, could spark a new idea.
Yes, totally. We just have to be the open mindset and non-judgmental, right?
Yes.
That's amazing. I'm really enjoying our conversation.
Yes, likewise. Of course. Thank you.